how's it going? It's me, Yoko. For those who don't know me, I am a Japanese living in Japan who is a huge Trump supporter. And today, I am extra happy to have you guys here. So, give me a hug! Come to this flat chest! My hair, by the way, is still wet from the shower. So some American idiot is saying that Japanese people don't hug. I'm like, really? 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 Because we are living in the 21st century. American liberals probably think that all of us Japanese are all dressed in kimono and they're samurais and whatnot, but come on, man. We hug, we shake hands. I honestly don't know what to say about this. Like, we do have modern samurais though. Did you know that? My friend is a samurai and he posted a video yesterday, so go check it out if you are curious, because he talked about the evil empire. So I'm gonna link it below, so go check it out. Anyway, so Japanese people apparently shake hands with each other. It happens in politics, and some people think that we don't hug or we get offended by like a bear hug. Like, where does that come from? Like, where's the line of things that differentiates those things? Like, I don't get it. Like, I shake hands with people all the time. I sometimes hug people. Like, it depends on the relationship. And that's why it's a strong message that our Prime Minister Abe hugged President Trump. Especially in political field, we Japanese shake hands with each other all the time. And we take pictures of that to show the political message, you know? And other Americans think that it was rude of President Trump to give a bear hug like that to Prime Minister Abe. So hearing those things, I started to wonder, did people complain to this? Because it's a hug to the Japanese person in Hiroshima. I'm not trying to be a liberal hater, you know, I am just trying to keep up with their fantasy, but it doesn't make sense to me. They contradict their ideas. They always contradict all the time that I get confused. I don't know if they actually don't know Japan or they are pretending, but I am insulted by that. You know, the fact that as a result, they are saying that they don't know about Japan. We shake hands, we hug each other, and liberals in America don't know about it, and that's insulting us. Like, we are part of the international society. Our GDP is the third in the whole world, and we're leading the world, and what? They think that we come from like an ancient times, that we don't shake hands, we don't hug each other, like... On the other hand though, President Trump knows how we are. You're so awesome! Yeah, so President Trump is very experienced in socializing even with people overseas, and he didn't hesitate to hug our Prime Minister, and we're happy about it. And I'm sorry to liberals, but Japanese people can adjust ourselves in the international culture, you know, especially in politics, because we have this common sense in the political field internationally, and we've been doing this for a long time. So now let's take a look at what the mainstream media in America are saying about this. CNN says that Donald Trump shook the Japanese Prime Minister's hand for 19 seconds. So, Politico says Trump has some awkward exchanges with the Japanese Prime Minister. It is awkward in a sense, because you've never seen anything like this before. And well, I'll be honest, like, I did laugh at the Prime Minister Abe's face, like, right after they stopped shaking hands. What that tells me is that he's overwhelmed by the power that President Trump has, and it doesn't mean like that he was insulted. He was just overwhelmed and thought that it was funny, you know, I'm pretty sure. So like, I don't find it that Prime Minister Abe was insulted by President Trump. He just thought that it's like the man is so powerful, you know. But yeah, I don't think that this has ever happened to our prime ministers before, so I'm overwhelmed too. But what's amazing about this is that President Trump is such a harsh person, you know, when it comes to things that he doesn't like or he doesn't evaluate well. Like, for example, as I told you guys in my previous video, he hung up the phone call with the Australian leader after 5 minutes, even though they were supposed to talk for like half an hour or something like that, right? It's so amazing to see that President Trump is actually willing to do well with our leader. Like, of course, I'm Japanese and I'm really happy about it. You know why this happens though? That they're already like great friends and they have huge smiles on their face and they seem to have a good time together. Well, that is because the mainstream media, both in Japan and in the US, bash both of them. So what I think is that the more the media bash both of them, like even separately, the closer they will get. So in fact, as I kept telling you guys like 100 times that they have like common enemies and they're fighting against the media, like both of them are in the same battle, etc. So it turns out that it was actually true. Like when they met in November in Trump Tower, that's what they talked about. So I was reading this Sankei Shimbun article today and it talked about it and I was like, I knew it! So yeah, Sankei Shimbun is like Fox News to us, and they reported today that in November, there was a conversation between the two leaders in Trump Tower like this. Prime Minister Abe says, I have something in common with you. And Mr. Trump goes, huh? And Prime Minister Abe continues, you were bashed by the New York Times very harshly. I was bashed by Asahi Shimbun very extremely, which is partnered with the New York Times. But I won. And Mr. Trump went, I won too. The article does say that he did this. And then they became very close and they talked for like what, like 90 minutes or something, like way longer than they expected. And yeah, I knew it, like I knew it, I told you guys, right? The big picture that I'm seeing in my head was right, it was correct. I was telling guys the truth, that we are dealing with the same enemies. So that's good. Anyways, back to the bear hug and so on. So what I think is that President Trump is now very happy to have a strong ally named Abe, and simultaneously showing that emotion on his face and in his words. It's a strong message against communist China. And I find it very, very good. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why on earth Prime Minister Abe would get offended by that? Liberals are saying that Prime Minister Abe was insulted or he was offended by this handshake or hug or whatever. Like, why? Even politically, why? Doesn't make sense. President Trump and Prime Minister Abe, they are in the same battle together and they're allies. That's what they're confirming this time. Prime Minister Abe doesn't actually have many allies inside of Japan, and even inside of his party, like his cabinet, like he has his enemies inside of his cabinet, and he gave important roles to them, and some of us were anxious about it, but it's like he is just keeping the enemies closer to control things better. I'm pretty sure that Prime Minister Abe is happy about President Trump too, because I can just tell, like, Prime Minister Abe did well with Obama too, but he was just trying because he had to, you know, like he has no choice. And I'm very happy that he is not going all over to Hillary, you know, because you guys, especially if you're American and voted for Trump, so happy and thankful that American people chose Mr. Trump, because if not, we would have to be doing this friendly things to Hillary, and we don't want to do that, you know. So I am so relieved that we have come to this stage, and it wouldn't have happened without you guys. So yeah, the only thing that Japanese people would get offended is the fact that both leaders are getting along. You know, there are always anti-America, pro-China leftists and extreme right wings here that say that Prime Minister Abe is being America's pet. But I personally do not find it a problem, because that's a reality that we have, that Japan is not strong enough, that we need to team up with America. Like, you know, I don't want to use the expression like I have to, but like it's just the reality, you know, like it's not like we can lead America. Like our country is much smaller compared to the US. So we are having somewhat healthy competition, and if America is winning us over by that, we just have to make more efforts, you know. What really annoys me is that American liberals think that American people are not familiar with the Japanese culture, and they think that they can fool the American citizens like this. And I find it very rude to you guys if you're Americans watching this. There are lots of American people that have visited here or lived here or had business opportunities with the Japanese people, and they know how we Japanese behave. They know our culture, but liberals or mainstream media think that they can fool us. Like, I know though that this is happening because the liberals are trying to make the impression that President Trump is doing things wrong. But this is about impression. This is their propaganda, and we are not gonna be fooled by that anymore because it's the information generation thanks to the invention of the internet by America. Thank you! I'd love to say to liberals in their face that you doing things against President Trump means that you are doing things against us Japanese too, and we're gonna fight back together with President Trump. I'm sorry, American liberals, but whatever the heck you wanna believe, we Japanese are welcoming our new partner Donald Trump. So get over it. It's apparent to anyone's eyes that President Trump and Prime Minister Abe are having a fantastic time together. And yeah, they are deepening their friendship right now. To be honest with you, I am very impressed by President Trump because like he surprised me, man. Like I knew that this was going to be successful, not only because of President Trump, but it's just how our two countries have been, you know. Honestly, I had no idea what kind of attitude that President Trump would have, and I was so surprised when I woke up this morning because it happened in the middle of the night here, and when I woke up to see the news and them shaking hands with a wide smile, I was like, what? Like, I wasn't expecting this. Like, I didn't think that it would go this well. Like, some people here are saying, like, the people that are close to the cabinet are saying that it went too well. Like, too well. And that's why they're scared. I was thinking to myself, like, wow, President Trump is really one of a kind. Because, you know, being Japanese, we always feel that we are looked down on. Historically and culturally, it's just how we feel. We can't help it. I mean, look at Hillary or Biden, for example. Like, they would never ever act like how President Trump did to Prime Minister Abe. Because they are the kind of people that discriminate us. They are the racist one, and they think that we are monkeys or something, and they think that we are enemies. I vividly remember how Biden was talking about us like, oh, we wrote Japan's constitution so that Japan would not be a nuclear power. I'm like, it's so freaking annoying. And Hillary Clinton on the back of him was like nodding like, yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll punch her in the face. When I look at America, those people are included inside of America. So looking at President Trump's attitude like that, I felt that we Japanese were finally accepted. You know, he is seeing us as a friend. And I just felt like it's such a historical moment for us too. And I realized that we are truly allies now, and that I almost teared up when I saw like how friendly they are being to each other. Like, I can't explain it well. Like, liberals really need to realize how rude they are to us. Like, I freaking hate the liberals in America, just so you know. And also, I find it amazing that even though liberals always run the campaign as if President Trump didn't know anything about politics, I can clearly see that President Trump actually understands where he stands, you know, like, I don't find him arrogant or anything. President Trump knows what to say, what not to say, and also he respects our history in between our two countries. He was totally in control of things, and I'm very thankful. And also that he is definitely not what people think he is, that he is just being honest all the time and attacking people or whatever. It's not like that. He does have strategy and he knows what he's doing. Like, he is planning his moves and he's being strategic. Prime Minister Abe's grandfather, by the way, was the prime minister too, and did golf with Eisenhower, and that became a good turning point for us Japan, like on our security, the reversion of Okinawa, and our alliance with the United States. So we were thinking that Prime Minister Abe must be happy to be able to play golf with President Trump on his first meeting with Prime Minister Abe, like after the inauguration, you know. So as a Japanese, my big concern is not the outspoken, honest leader, President Trump. Instead, my concern is my own country, Japan. So the requests coming from the United States are very understandable to my eyes, but the problem is our political power domestically. Like, there are lots of traders here and they have strong ties with China and South and North Korea, and so as I've been saying, things don't go easily for us conservatives, and it's been difficult. Like, for example, we need to lower our consumption tax to get our economy going, but Prime Minister Abe couldn't even do that and raised our tax instead. And this happened because he lost the battle domestically. He's a strong politician and he does things very, very wisely, but even he had to lose. And unfortunately, it stopped the Abenomics that he was working on. Like, it's his economic policy, but it's not the worst. But I hear that it was going like really good, but it stopped the move. It's such a bum because apparently economy is the source of everything, and if the economy stays the same, like, we're in recession, so if the economy stays the same, it's hard to raise our defense budget, for example. So the current argument that the conservatives leaders are having right now is that we need to double our defense budget, and right now our budget is actually only 1% of our GDP, but it's supposed to be at least like 2.3% of our GDP. If you do the easy math, it's double our current situation, and it's so difficult for us. And also, experts here point out that Japan needs to specify what exactly we need to do to cooperate with the United States militarily, especially, but I don't think that we are having such domestic discussions because leftists bring down our level, like discussion level in the national diet. They always talk about stupid things. They do the quiz to our prime minister and have a good time. So for this reason, I am not sure how much tolerance the United States can have for us, because even if you understand your allies' situation, like, you have your own needs, so you have to get things done. So this is the reason why, together with experts, I am trying to encourage the people here to be more realistic, because all people talk about nowadays here is the revision of our constitution. And a part of the revision is to have our own military and not the self-defense force. But some conservatives don't know that we can change things around just by adding some law article, or they don't also know that we need to put budget do anything to activate things. All they talk about is like, oh, we need to bring back our pride to this country and we need to have a constitution like our own or whatever like that. But I'm like, be realistic, man. Like, you need your money. You can actually do that right now, even without changing the constitution, even though I'm willing to change that too, but so I think I'm gonna let you guys go soon, but before that, let me mention that if you want to see more of these videos, please like this video and also subscribe to this channel. And also, if you could, please check out my Patreon page. If you're still watching this video, put the word bear hug in the comment section below. This is so cute. Aww. My American friend gave me this like when he sent me all these amazing gifts, and I guess he lives in Ohio. Let's give you guys a quick Japanese language lesson because I just can't. If you say Ohio to any Japanese person here, they will probably Ohio back because Ohio sounds like our good morning in Japanese. Our good morning is Ohio, so it sounds so much like Ohio, so just say Ohio or Ohio, like people will not know the difference. So Ohio, 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 you can't tell the difference. This bear has such long legs, it's interesting. This is so American, man. Like the bear that I had from here had like only up to here. Anyways, I was not expecting the ending to be like this, but whatever. I will talk to you guys in a few days, okay? So until then, please take care. So let's hope that everything goes well between President Trump and Prime Minister Abe at the Gulf and everything. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I will talk to you later. Bye! Bye!